It was all red, white, and blue, a star-spangled affair on July 4th for the 250th anniversary of the United States of America over there at Walt Disney World in the Magic Kingdom, where a special U.S. Air Force flyover showed a unique view of the most magical place on Earth. But, VashSky, I will have to point out that when we looked at the POV of the Air Force flying over, we noticed a little something in Cars and Villains Land, and well, that little something is nothing. Let's talk about it today on That Park Place. It's just absolutely nothing. So here is www.magic.com. This one, they don't have bylines on it, but written by WW Magic staff. A July 4th military flyover of Walt Disney World has produced a striking aerial view of the Piston Peak construction site at Magic Kingdom, and here you see the view of the Piston Peak construction site. Now, right there, we've got Cinderella Castle is right there. Oh, so that means that, over here, we've got, Fantasyland, and there's a Small World, and this is the Peter Pan building. And then, come into here, and we've got Frontierland right there, and Liberty Square is up here. There's the Haunted Mansion, and there's Big Thunder Mountain, and there's a whole lot of nothing. Vash,
a whole lot of nothing.
This area has been shut down now officially for an entire calendar year. A full 12 months. And there is nothing done.
What?
They've just, and this was taken 4 days ago.
I don't have a chair. I got to be sitting down for this. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, Marvin, that this is the case. What? This is the Walt Disney Company. Of course they move very quickly, especially when replacing classics, right?
All they've done, Vash, is fill in the hole. They took down everything from Tom Sawyer Island, all the trees, all the stuff, all that's gone. So all of it was deconstructed, and then they filled in the hole. And they've built. There's no infrastructure. It doesn't look like it looks like they're not building vertically yet. They're not even putting down like any kind of foundation yet. There's just nothing. It's just a big pile of dirt.
You would have thought that they would have moved really quickly because they couldn't close the river fast enough.
Correct.
And yet we're in this position in which I do think, Marvin, not just this construction project, but I've seen others where there's been no movement. There's been, nobody on site. And it's kind of like, oh, you're doing the thing that you usually do, which is start of the quarter. Oh, all the funding comes in, then it runs out, and then we wait till the next quarter. This is what they're doing with these expansion projects or projects in general. Very depressing to see.
I mean, so this begs the question, Vash. So for those of you asking in the chat, by the way, Cars Land is going to be this area. If you can see what I'm doing with my mouse right here, I think this is all going to be Cars Land. Now there is supposed to be a building going right here that has not been identified yet, and we believe it to be some kind of haunted mansion bar, or maybe it's like over here. More, it's like right next to the haunted mansion.
Could be additional queue structure, but yeah,
we think it's probably going to be some kind of lounge. Yeah, Villains Land is going to be this area up here.
Right, so the lower half of Rivers of America where it used to occupy Cars Land, upper half Villains Land.
Villains, yeah, but there's nothing. It begs the question, Vash. People were saying like we were going to have this by like 2029. I don't think this is done before I don't even think it's done by 2030.
I remember Star Wars Galaxy's Edge construction at Disneyland. I mean, it was a 3-year process, and construction, I don't think it ever stopped. I mean, it was just going and going and going. They were trying to rush to get that in. At this pace right here, minimum 4 years, maybe 5.
Well, I mean, look at, like, it took them forever to build Tron in Magic Kingdom. It took them forever to build Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. That was just one attraction. This is 2 theme park lands with presumably multiple different attractions. We don't know anything about the attractions at Villains Land really yet. We've heard a lot of rumor, but I don't think Disney said anything official about that, have they?
Right. No, they haven't said anything official about those 2. We know that there are some show buildings there that necessarily suggest that there will be multiple attractions there. We know of 2 attractions coming to Cars Land, right?
Yeah.
One with this off-roading attraction, although they've been a little cagey about recently, which is very interesting, but there should be 2. One for the adults, one for the kiddos. I don't know, Marvin. I don't like this at all, and the fact that we have to wait now even longer because of maybe perhaps poor planning or more likely cost savings. Most unfortunate for fans waiting for something to occupy the previously much beloved Rivers of America.
I mean, this reminds me of when they were revamping Epcot, when they were, minusing Epcot to take Future World and turn it into World Celebration or, World Neighborhood or whatever the heck it's called. The middle of the park, with Reavers Point and all that stuff.
I think World Celebration.
Because it is World Celebration. When COVID hit, it all just stopped, and it was just a big mud pit for a very long time. And because you could see it when you were on the monorail, like you could see it clear as day. That's what this is at this point. But there's just no pandemic to have as the excuse anymore.
It's just really most unfortunate, Marvin.
It's so weird. This is what we had to gut Frontierland for,
and they couldn't shut it down fast enough. That's what I don't understand about this. It's like, they did it with Splash Mountain as well back in the day. Now with this, it's like we gotta close it down now. And we're left in this kind of limbo in which we're waiting for something to happen on these sites right here. And I guess we just gotta wait till next quarter. I guess. October 1st, maybe? I don't know. This is just ridiculous.
You're thinking that the big attraction is supposed to be like right kind of here in the center,
right?
But it's just not there. Like there's not. They haven't even started laying track. They haven't put up any kind of show elements. They haven't put in the foundations. Nothing has been done. It looks like there might be something over here, but this looks to me less like it's something foundation wise, and all of this just looks kind of like building materials.
Right.
Like the materials are there, they just haven't used any of them yet. And
okay, please.
Go ahead.
Well, no, with Cars Land, right? I think that's been pretty developed. We now have multiple a piece of concept art. We know roughly what they're going to do in that area right there. But Villains Land, I mean, we've heard rumor they're still kind of figuring it out. Maybe they have it now. But
I mean, that's the thing. We have still seen nothing concrete about the plans for Villains Land. Because I think it's just in constant flux. We have heard there's some kind of Maleficent's Castle roller coaster. We've heard there's some kind of Yzma and Kronk thing. We've heard rumors of some kind of Ursula ride where you ride the tentacles or whatever.
That's better.
There's so many different things that we're hearing about, but who knows if any of it's true? I mean, we know there's supposed to be a roller coaster because we saw it in the concept art. I think it's safe to say at this point that concept art, you throw it out the window.
Basically, yeah. That's like the first version of the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge concept art. You just throw that out the window
or New Fantasyland. Right.
So, okay, well, maybe we can expect an update maybe at D23. But for the meantime, I just don't think we'll see any progress because I think they're back in this mode of having to stretch out their capital expenditures from quarter to quarter.
So do you think that's what this is? Do you think that they're back to the drawing board? Maybe even with Cars Land, okay, the thing we had planned isn't going to work. Let's figure out what we're doing. Because that's the only reason I can come up with for why we haven't actually started construction yet.
Well, I think that's what's going on with Villains Land. I don't necessarily think that's what's going on with Cars Land. I think with Cars Land, they did change it a little bit from their first piece of concept art they released after D23 had concluded, showing that it was going to replace the Rivers of America. They did add a little, more water features. Apparently they heard the criticism, they heard the pushback, whatever. And so they changed plans a little bit. That being said, though, I think overall this is just them. Okay, look, we have 4 quarters in a year. At the start of each quarter, we'll go ahead and fund these things. But we will limit our capital investment for the entire quarter. And so that way, when it comes to profits and losses, by the end to investors, we look on the up and up, even though, they are maintaining that capital investment very, very, very carefully in order to come under that IO.
Yep. Well, guys, I again, this Cars Land thing, this Villains Land thing. Villains Land is a thing that I think we all wanted at some point somewhere. I don't think anyone was really thinking Magic Kingdom for that. There was a long time ago where we had heard that a Fifth Gate was designed to be like a villain's park. But I think that concept is washed down the drain. Then I know the idea of bringing Cars Land to Disney World was a thing that a lot of people celebrated the idea of, but I think they were thinking more like Hollywood Studios. I don't think anyone was expecting, let's destroy Frontierland. Let's completely obliterate Frontierland and make it just Frontier Street. Now, I mean, and here's the other thing I don't understand, Vash. I assumed that construction was moving because the construction walls have moved and have taken over things and shut things down. Westward Ho is gone. Where Big Al's is gone. These like staples that have been in Frontierland forever are gone now because of the ongoing construction. The walkway is gone. The boardwalk, the little walkway that you used to be able to take to get away from the crowds in Frontierland. Thankfully, you don't need it anymore because there are no more crowds in Frontierland because nobody wants to walk through that, especially when the only thing at the end of it is Tiana's Bayou Adventure. But you're dealing with, they're taking more away, and it's like, well, for what? You're not doing anything.
Yeah, it seemed like they were moving on a couple of things when Big Clear Mountain Railroad reopened, right? And that's when people got their vantage points of the construction site, some really good angles, and saw, there were earth movers there were people on site, good to go. Now it seems like those things have stopped, even though the construction walls have moved around right there. So we're moving deck chairs right here. I think previously I said IO, operating income is what I meant. And I do think this is all a way of, controlling their investments, because you got to think, Marvin, this is not just the only construction project at Walt Disney World. There's, a range of others, actually on both coasts, actually. So I think the company's looking at it, and they're looking at those, maybe expected Moana losses, perhaps, and obviously Mandalorian Grogu, and they're going, okay, we got to ship some stuff around here so that we don't look terrible on some of these quarters coming up. It's remarkable, the situation we find ourselves in. For sure. So there you have it, guys. I think I know the answer, Vash. Why don't we just take Pecos Bill's Tall Tale Inn Cafe and shut it down and make it a bar? Well, that might be coming. You're giving them ideas here.
Honestly, that's probably already happening right now. Somebody at Disney's listening to the show because they're like, how did they know? Who's the leak?
Yeah, we gotta find the leaker. No, it was a guess. No.
I think Tortuga Tavern should be, because it's seasonal, it should be fully shut down, and that should become a bar right across from the other pirate bar. You could have 2 pirate bars, so you could stumble out drunk from one and then into the next and then urinate in the bushes.
It sounds like a perfect working relationship right there.
Yeah, it sounds like a perfect place to bring your kids.
And Magic Kingdom is that place, I suppose. Now, I will say, from an operations standpoint, right? I think operations managers are looking at this and going, it looks like these expansions aren't going as fast as maybe we had originally predicted, because right now I'm hearing that internally they're kind of freaking out a little bit because, this will meaningfully expand Magic Kingdom. It will, overall, when it comes to the multitude of attractions. But the transportation to and fro across Seven Seas Lagoon and the amount of demand that will place on the existing transportation options, like the ferries, monorails, and everything like that, they kind of don't know what to do fully. They're kind of expecting the worst there. So this gives them more time, obviously, to get their act together.
I've got the solution, Vash.
Please.
Don't let anyone on the transportation anymore.
Perfect.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.